basically, we started Smash Camp like about 3 years ago, like you guys said. Um, the main reason why we started Smash Camp is because we wanted people to get obviously better at the game. We felt that people would just go into tournaments, donating to the pot, and not getting better at the game. So that's why we formed Smash Camp. We was able to get a community center, free of charge for students to come in and learn how to play the game from the ground up. We had several coaches. We had like a good curriculum going on. Unfortunately, life hit us. A lot of us weren't able to, or rather the schedules of the coaches were conflicting with the scheduling of Smash Camp. So we started losing coaches, therefore Smash Camp had to close. And we tried to do it online, but Smash 4 online sucked ass. I mean, online in this game isn't the best, but it's better than Smash 4. So now we're trying to revive Smash Camp by doing things online, by doing tournaments. So with that being said, I guess if any of the students want to introduce themselves, why they're here, that'll be much appreciated. Or you can basically type, if you have a lot of noise in your background, you can type it in the voice chat. I mean, you can type it in the classroom, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, thanks for putting this on. I just saw Big Hill tweet it, so I was like, that sounds cool for $5. I mean,
yeah.
How could you go wrong?
And I work with the J-Tails a lot too, so he knows me pretty well.
I mean, I guess for me, hi, I'm Apollo. I'm always on the grind side, figuring we're helping out.
Good.
That's awesome.
So I did actually yesterday.
Oh, you did or did not? Okay, got you. So the way today is going to work is the auditorium, everyone keep an eye, or rather more so the students keep an eye on the auditorium, because that's where your matches are going to be called. Whenever you see your matches called, you come into the, you come into the voice chat and you could listen in live to hear the coaches critique every match of the set of what you've done wrong. If you have anything in response to what the coaches said, you type it inside of the classroom, and then you add the coach that you want to speak to. I mean, that you basically giving that response to, so they can answer that basic response or message you have for them. And that's basically it. So after every match, you're going to get critiqued by coaches, and then if you have something to say or ask, you just say it inside of the classroom. And then once your match is done, you leave the voice chat, and obviously stop typing in the classroom, and let the next few people come in the classroom and type in the voice chat so they can listen in on the coaches. And that's basically it. And it's a double elimination 8-man tournament. It looks like it's probably gonna be like about 6-man, because it was supposed to be 8 people, but only 7 people registered, and only 6 people actually showed up today. So it's gonna be a 6-man tournament. Yeah, and winner takes all of the money. So I think it's about $75. I mean, 35 bucks. Yeah, and that's about it. So after we gather information from this event, we will hopefully do more in the future. Obviously tweak it to make it a lot better than what it happened today, I guess. And that's about it. If anybody has any questions or anything that they want to ask before we start, feel free to do so.
So you don't want us to like chat it in the mic, just like type in whatever classroom we're in?
Well, basically, when you play your match, during your match, or rather during your set, you could type in the classroom. But once your set is done, stop typing in the classroom, so you could allow the other players, or rather the other students who are playing after you guys, to do such. Make sense?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, the main reason why is that we don't want to overshadow what the current students are typing to the teachers.
Of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's going to be in between games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be in between games. That way,
post-match analysis.
Mm-hmm. So after every match, the coaches are going to give you guys advice and critique. I mean, I know some people are frowned upon coaching, but the thing about this is, the thing I say about coaching, probably some of the other teachers can agree with me with, is that coaching is only good if you learn how to execute it at the right times. Because we could give you all the tools, it's all that matters how you use it. That's why we're kind of like in between when it comes to people complaining in the Smash Brothers community about coaching. But yeah, so that's what's gonna happen today. The advice that we give you, we want to see if you actually be able to implement it right away. Because sometimes it's not easy right away to implement what a coach tells you.
Yeah, because then you have instincts and habits and associations with things, like especially pressure situations where you might do something and be like, fuck, I knew I was supposed to do this because they just told me, but you know, it's not easy for people to just turn that switch on completely the other way.
For me, it might, like my ideal diet, that might mess with people who have like a lot of kind of stay in tournament mode the whole time, who knows, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I would say the best advice you could give to you guys is just try to be as open as possible. And I know there is still a prize at the end, you know, and it kind of conflicts with you trying to win the tournament overall by experimenting and trying to play, because it might make you play worse at first, you know, especially because you're not used to doing these things instinctively. But the end result is you guys getting better overall, so it's a worthy endeavor regardless.
Step into the ring.
Hey, Wes.
Yes, sir.
Is registration completely closed? I got some people in my chat that might be interested in hopping in.
Well, we have
For the students.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7. We got like, I guess 1 more slot open, or possibly 2, because Danny.
Danny's not gonna show up if he hasn't.
Danny? What's Danny's tag?
It's just straight up Danny.
Danny. First CEO. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone's gonna sign up right now, how should they go about doing it?
Just send me money through PayPal and I'll sign them up. So, before I start the bracket, you know what I'm saying? I didn't start the bracket. I could always reset it and just put them in there. So.
Okay. What's your PayPal email? I'll just write it in my chat.
It's Legendary West 7. No. Give me a second. I'm gonna give it to you.
Just tweet it. DM me on Twitter.
All right. Also, any one of you guys, that are any one of the students, is anybody in a rush right now? Because I don't want to hold anybody up doing all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not in a rush. I got what to do today, so.
All right, good. Yeah, I'm sorry we started a little bit late. So. Let me see something. Give me a second. I'm sending it to you right now.
Yeah, well, while you do that, I guess I could ask these guys, like, who do you guys play? Anyone want to start first?
Can't feel the secret. Yeah, I play mostly.
Okay.
Pretty hard to play online.
Yeah, so many buttons you gotta press and it's really fucking hard. You mess up one of those with lag and you're done. Especially on stage.
And I'll just randomly die if there's a lag spike and my second quick attack doesn't come out, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm the type of player that I press one button once and then that's it. Like, I don't hold buttons to press them either because I don't like accidentally using the analog stick to get an aerial I don't want.
I sent it to you, J-Tails.
So like pressing
Discord.
buttons,
Check your Discord.
It sucks. Like I'll try to jump off, do an RB back to stage when there's a Wi-Fi spike, and I'll just get fucked completely.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal to only play online, but for me it was like the only way I could like get a lot of matching experience, because this is the first time I tried to get good at a Smash game. And I know how like a lot of times I can't make it to the weekly or something, so like I'll just play a bunch of quick play and try to win matches.
I just know I'm gonna get tilted by lag. That's why I don't fuck with it. It makes practicing it right now really, really hard.
Yeah.
Especially the way I play, I would call myself someone who's fairly technical, going for really precise stuff. Like I play Joker. That's lends into it. Yeah, I've been using Lucario as a counter pick for some matchups. Like just apparently two characters complement each other well enough. But I'm also this B+ is now thinking like Project M. I started playing that again, and now I'm feeling Sheik. But the problem is Sheik's just a shitty Joker. so.
I don't know about that.
Well, like, it's like, a lot of the time it's, why would you put Sheik and Joker to this?
But
They don't play the same.
they're like two different characters. Like Sheik has like goblin tails.
Sheik is very neutral, pretty faithful, and well, the aerial's -2, -3, so you won't be punching.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait.
You're not getting. You're not gonna win scrim-ups with her. Yeah.
It's like her just main issue is just getting a solid kill. But she won't be getting good punish.
Alright, Jay tells who's that student? I'll just add him in and then you can give it to me whenever.
Oh, yeah, I think they just have the payment now. It's, Shlee. Let me, link on your Discord. Hold on.
Alright, I guess the prize pool double digit.
Yeah. Oh, you sending me his name right now?
Oh, wait, what is still going on?
Say that again.
Is that we're still going over the news and stuff?
He's bringing somebody in new.
Yeah. Just one more
yeah.
person, and then I'm gonna generate the bracket. Then we're gonna start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all want to talk about
What's your name, dude? Apollo. Who do you play again? I'm sorry.
Lucas and Duck Hunt.
Lucas and Duck Hunt. I didn't catch the names of the other players too. So Apollo plays Lucas and Duck Hunt. Hold on one second. Let me actually.
Give me a second. Let me talk to the stream. Anybody? Okay. So anybody who's
And,
listening to the stream.
Who was the Pikachu player?
Actually, let me
It's
get myself. So anybody who's listening to the stream, today we're doing Smash Camp. I'm sure you heard of all the introduction of Smash Camp right now. The reason why it hasn't started yet, we're waiting for one more student to come in, our 8th student to come in to register this person, and then we will start Smash Camp very, very soon, people. Very, very soon. Yeah, it's too late for this event. We'll only keep it to 8 people for now, because we want to run a little test to see how long it's gonna take and what things we need to tweak. So yeah, we're only doing we're capping it at 8 people. In the future, we're probably gonna extend it to more people and things of that nature. But once again, thanks for coming by, man.
The same exact internet speed. The difference is that the Wi-Fi is more susceptible. Yeah, Wi-Fi is more susceptible to getting fuck-ups rather than the LAN, but you can still get it through LAN. You know, you can still have that.
I was getting fuck-ups through LAN. Less consistent and it's more latency.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my dad was just been a little bit bitch.
Someone here is
I restarted my router earlier today, so it should be better.
They're good.
So when they LAN gang, they can be worried.
Now, who was the person that played Lucario, and who was the other character?
Joker's the main.
Joker, okay.
And Joker's main. Blue Frost? Yeah. Joker main, and then I have like a rough Lucario as a counterpick character, and then I guess also a rough Sheik.
Blue Frost, Joker, Lucario.
Wes, I gave you.
Yeah, I got it.
Please,
I got it.
Anybody else here wanna talk about the characters so far?
I'm using Mario is my #1 main secondary in Wolf. I'm the guy with the fire, and before we start, I just have a lot of trouble with, what's it called? I have a lot of trouble with training, and my controller kind of feels slippery to me, mainly because I don't feel like I'm that good or can compete for level or...
So you feel like you get nervous and it makes your hands sweaty when you play?
No, just in general, whenever I...
Alright, I started, I generated a bracket, so...
In normal tournaments, I can't use a Switch gamepad, because that's not going to end so well.
One person you gotta add, I'm sending you.
So your biggest issue is controller stuff, execution,
Yes, and I'm usually nervous, and I struggle a lot to do some combos, and I feel like my most optimal way to train is playing against AI, which is not very beneficial.
It's not like a real life experience. So,
I sent you a message.
The same
Right.
results.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
there's hardly anywhere to go
that's how
without
you
tournaments.
go add a friend or
but
whatever.
Well,
there
servers
is
are all kind of dead right now. 'Cause, like, you can't really go offline,
Yeah.
exactly.
which has been driving me nuts a bit because I will bitch about like 2 or 3 frame delay. Like if I feel like a difference of only a few frames, I'll bitch about it. I feel like I'm really sensitive to it.
Oh my god, I'm sensitive to it too, man. I
Yeah.
just, oh
Dude,
my
I'll
God.
never know. I never freaking know. People will give me like a nice TV. I'm like, I can't tell the difference.
That's actually kind of funny, dude.
Alright, so what's your tag? You said you made Mario and then
I'll
secondary
look
Wolf,
for
right?
more about it.
Correct.
What's your tag?
I should be Fire Nolan.
Fire Nolan.
If that's correct.
Got it. Awesome. Okay, so who else is in here that hasn't told me their tag or their character?
My character is Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, I my big thing is latency too, because like all of his moves are pretty big committal moves, and I feel like there's latency. I'm either like overcommitting or like it happens too early, so it's like.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do to avoid like problems with Wi-Fi. Some of it I don't like doing personally because it doesn't translate well offline. Like holding down to buffer moves
Hey, J
can help
Tells.
you with Wi-Fi.
Oh, J Tells,
I think
send him this invite. All right. I can't find it. Send him.
Oh, by the way, what's your tag?
And then once he come in, we'll add him. All right.
Definitely Cakes, but my smash tag is like Harambe.
Oh hell yeah, I'm calling Harambe. Alright, awesome. Alright, so we got Harambe.
Yo, you heard me? You heard me, J Tells? Who's that? He died? He's alive? Yeah, send him that invite because I couldn't find him. So just send him that and then we could. All right, so we're gonna start the bracket now. Let's see, who do we got here first? What is it? Okay. Fire Nolan.
Is Danny still showing up or?
I don't know. If he doesn't show up, then I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
All right. So when I call these, when I put these matches up, rather the two students up in the auditorium, I need everyone who wasn't called to leave the voice chat so I could
Alright, so wait, I'll tell you this in a second.
Wes, the link you sent me, I don't have permission to invite somebody else.
All right. Let me fix it.
Alright, there we go.
All right, there you go. You should have the power to fight somebody else. Good night. You should be able to invite him now. You sent it to him?
Sorry, just to clarify, is there going to be like one match going on at a time or multiple?
Just one match at a time.
One match, yeah. There's not a lot of entries, so
Okay.
yeah.
One match.
I'd be interested just to listen in. So you prefer us to go to like one of the streams and watch from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
mean,
kinda-
you can do it from Discord straight as well. The only thing is that it's not gonna have any sound.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then it's hard to like see the chat.
Wes, you gotta change Schlee's role on the right side.
No, we're gonna do all of that. I just need him to come into the.
Well, they can't come into the.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying once he comes into the actual group, then we'll give him his role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Schlee's in the group in the Discord.
All right, so he should be. All right, so let's see.
When you guys gonna make the arena or should like I go ahead and do it?
I got the arena up, so I'm gonna send the arena. All right.
Yeah, I'll type it in auditorium.
Yep.
Good.
Shali? Actually, he's probably in there. Yeah, that's the person. And if you can't, J-Touch, just get him up to speed on what's going on.
Yeah, I already did.
Alright.
And don't forget to mute yourselves.
Yeah, don't forget to mute yourself as well.
You know what I really got upset about, guys?
What's up?
Losing the low tiers.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot.
Don't start
There's a
yet.
lot of I don't know. There's a lot of like emotional and mental aspects to the game that need to be addressed. I can definitely help out with that. Oh, this is starting already?
No. We're not
Do I
starting.
have to stage strike first?
Don't start yet.
I mean, I'm honestly fine with any stage.
Do you see your boy, J-Tubbs?
No.
You should see him, right? Let me see. Anyway. Alright, so we're gonna start the match now. You guys can start now. Go ahead.
Oh, he doesn't. I thought I wanted to strike stages.
Oh, you can strike stage, do what you guys gotta do, and then after that match.
So it's Blue Frost versus Fire Nolan.
Yeah. Remember, Blue Frost, you're player 1.
Yeah, I
Fire
told him to get out of the arena so I can go in first. But I'm gonna ban.
So yeah, Nolan, you gotta go to the right side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and ban Outfield.
Alright. So now I strike.
Yeah, you ban 2.
Alright, I'm gonna ban FD. And I'm gonna have to ban probably Town and City.
Okay. I'm gonna go PS2. So you have to go and choose PS2 for stage.
Everybody loves PS2. Go ahead.
Alright, best of luck, Blue Frost. Good luck.
Alright.
Don't forget to mute.
I'll mute you.
Oh, I got it. There.
I have a flip up mic, so I flip it up and mute.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's see what we got. Who are people focusing on? I'm gonna focus on Nolan.
Focus on.
side B was good, but maybe Wi-Fi stopped him from reacting at the time. Yeah, his punishes out of shield very vacuum. That's a good down smash. Instead of read and instead of reaction. I feel like he's playing nervous already, I can tell. Wow. I might have boosted his confidence a bit. He plays his Mario off stage like my Samus, yo. Nice sound, man. Yeah, I'm surprised he went for that. He could have got punished harder. Ooh, that was good avoidance. Yeah, that side B was a good mix-up with the two hits. The second one caught him off guard, jump shoot. Okay. So it looks like he's good at mixing. Yeah, he's something. That's the first time I've seen him get punished by that by Blue Frost for jumping his slips and do it again. Oh, no, that's what he does. And he did it initially as well.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, Mario there for the air dash down that way.
I thought he was going to cross him up with that up there. I thought so too. Yeah, he's going for those aerial attacks back to the stage. Which can get him punished, but so far they haven't. Nolan has a play style of backing away and throwing out attacks. It looks like he wants to be comfortable and wait for his opponent to be in a bad situation before making a commitment. Probably would be better with a zoner. Yep, now he got punished for it. Did it again. He didn't get punished for that one. Oh, that was a good mix-up. Could have come back. There you go.
Because I should actually
Yeah. He's really good at avoiding those guns. Yeah, this time he remembered. Okay, so he has good memory. Things I'm wearing. He could have committed with another move there.
I feel like he could have gone a little lower.
Yeah.
No,
also, Blue Frost got tired of him doing an aerial or something or waiting for it up. Alright, so we need to comment after this match, right? Not after the set.
After the match.
Yeah.
So we will go around the room after this. We'll start off with Blue Frost, then after Blue Frost, we'll talk to Nolan. Actually, we'll talk about Nolan first, then since he lost, and then we'll talk about Blue Frost. So, what do you?
Yeah, so little things I noticed about Nolan's playstyle.
I guess you going first.
He has a pretty campy playstyle. He likes to back away first and then wait for commitment to make a move, and it was working. Some things that were getting in the way was like punish game. I could see some visual hesitation there. Maybe some of it was nervousness, maybe it was just the lag, but there was definitely a pause. When he would hit you, you'd wait a second, to like grab him, or there's one time where you got hit on your shield and you down smashed out of shield, which was not safe at all, especially versus a character like Joker.
Yeah, that's a very slow option.
And then on stage, something that this could also be applied to Blue Frost. He could take advantage of this, but you kept coming back with the aerial, and he either misspaced them or he got hit by them which he should have intercepted you. You know, if you want to be a little bit better about that. Towards the end of the game, like he got that KO, you know, that last one, because he went off stage and intercepted you before you could even do that. Maybe it caught you off guard. Oh yeah, those always get in the way, definitely. But just at the core, it seems like you know, your punish game can be a little bit better when you get a hit, you know. And then on top of that, there's also a little bit of hesitation when you get a hit. And I saw it stop you from getting those, you know, like up there combo strings and whatnot. And your neutral seems to be like you want to wait till you're in a safe position, and then when you feel comfortable, you'll go on attack. And that can be good, you know. You can definitely do that if you want to mess with people mentally and drain them a bit. But, you know, sometimes it's good to mix it up with pressure that is constant instead of giving people timing or a window to really think and, you know, mount a defense. And that can be really daunting versus a Joker who can totally take advantage of that empty time with projectiles and what. But yeah, overall, like I was a little surprised. Like you made it seem like you were the worst fucking player in the world. You know, you're doing some really good stuff. You're very good at adapting to things. I noticed that you died because of that tilt that he did caught you off guard. The second one hit you and you dropped shield. And when you were put in that exact same situation, like not even 30 seconds later, you remembered and you blocked the second one. So that tells me that you're good at paying attention to what's going on.
Next.
I mean, it could be instinctive. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be conscious about it. But let's sorry if you don't.
All right, that was about, you said Blue Frost, right? That's what you're saying?
Well, this was about like Nolan's playstyle. He's talking about there isn't a solid idea in his head of what he's doing wrong and how he's applying it. Because there are things that we do instinctively that we might not, you know, realize. But we'll get to that in a second. Right now, there's a lot of people that want to talk. Anyone want to add to?
All right, so Nolan, what's your take on it, Dyer?
Am I speaking or is the student speaking?
No, you're speaking. All the coaches are speaking.
Because I hear the student chiming in, so I don't know if I'm supposed to let him finish or.
No, you could go in. You could tell him.
Nolan is the Mario player, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's mainly what I have to say. Like I really didn't notice much about the Joker because I was I'm primarily gonna focus on whoever's losing. So basically, the main thing that I noticed is once Joker has Arsene, you might have to fall back on zoning a bit more. Like really start peppering him with as many fireballs as you think you can get off without being punished. The good thing about Mario is that he can throw fireballs and control his character while he's throwing it. Not a lot of characters have that option to move while they're throwing fireballs, so you could either short hop or full hop in place and move backwards just to make sure that you get the fireball facing towards them and you don't like reverse it accidentally. So just like really start chucking fireballs, because what that does is you obviously don't want to do that when Arsene's not out, because his counter absorbs the fireballs and gives him Arsene. But once Arsene is out, the counter turns into a reflector. You don't really care about that fireball being reflected because you have so much mobility in how Mario is able to be controlled with the fireballs that you can position yourself in a way where he kind of doesn't want to reflect it because it's wasting time for him. You want to drain out the meter to get him back to regular Joker form. So you kind of want to default to a lot of fireball usage. Try not to throw grounded fireballs because that's the one spot where you can't move. You're stuck on the floor. So you're just jumping around, forcing him to either waste time reflecting fireballs that aren't helping him or just trying to navigate around the fireballs, which is good for you. And also when you charge your flood, you basically, the only reason you want flood is for Arsene, is to coincide with your fireballs to help stall him out. So you find your time to charge your water. You don't use it until Arsene's out, and you pick your right time to flood him while Arsene's out. That way, you continue that theme of wasting out the meter. And a way for you to know when's a good time to do that is you kind of don't want to use flood when you're back, when the rest of the stage is behind you. You want to use flood when you have them pressed against the edge, so that if you do hit the water, they're off stage now. Now they have to use jumps and up Bs to recover, and anything can happen at that point. So that's kind of your game plan, is play your game. Once Arsene comes out, default to complete defensive strategy and throw fireballs, throw water, and just, you know, try to force him to play a bad move.
Oh, so who's next? I think it's J-Tails after Dart. Yeah, J-Tails, you could start now.
What, Wes, did you mute Nolan Gang? Because every time I start speaking, you just kind of like shoot ahead. I'm talking to Wes.
Hold on a second.
Because every time Nolan starts